Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Historical Biography. Today we're going to be talking about Mahatma Gandhi, which is not his actual name, if you didn't realize. Mahatma is actually an honorific. His real name is Mohandas Gandhi. I think I said that right. But he's well known around the world as Mahatma Gandhi, and he is a non-violent guru and the liberator of India, one of the liberators of India. So he played an influential role in India receiving independence from England. So we're going to be talking about him today. Gandhi, born Mohandas, was an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist, and political ethicist. So he studied law within India. He actually studied in London. He was an anti-colonial nationalist, which means he fought against colonialism, and he was specifically an Indian nationalist. And then a political ethicist, which means he really dealt with like the ethics of political actions. Gandhi would lead campaigns of nonviolent resistance to help India gain independence in 1947. And Gandhi was inspirational to other nonviolent movements across the world, like Dr. Martin Luther King's movement in the American South and the anti-apartheid movement in South Africa, which makes him significant beyond his own actions in India. So just to talk a little bit about India's situation that Gandhi was kind of helping end, England began colonial control of India in the 1600s through the East India Company, and over several centuries they were able to expand their influence over different areas of India. And in 1857 there was a mutiny that occurred in India, and the British cracked down and then conquered India for the British Empire, making it what they called the crown jewel. And India was subjected to colonialism, cultural suppression, all the bad things that come along with colonialism. India did not escape any of that. Despite being born in India, Gandhi would move to South Africa in 1893 to practice law. He didn't really have as many opportunities in India at the time, and so he decided to move to another part of the British Empire to open his law practice. Like other people of color in South Africa, he was subject to discrimination. And if you watched our video about apartheid, you'd realize, right, that Indians also fit into this racial discrimination network that was in that country. Gandhi decided to stay longer than he had originally intended and worked to secure rights for Indians in South Africa, because there was a very large section of Indian people in South Africa. During this time, Gandhi was first using his nonviolent resistance techniques to make changes in South Africa, and his success in Africa emboldened him to return to India and do that there. So he had success getting some concessions from the government in South Africa for Indians and others, and so he decided he should go back to his homeland and do something about it there. Once he was returned to India, Gandhi led several campaigns of nonviolent protest. In 1917, he helped peasants organize against British plantation owners. In 1918, he helped the region of Kedah get tax exemptions due to natural disasters. In 1919, Gandhi warned the British viceroy that if independence was not given, civil disobedience would follow. And then he began organizing boycotts of non-Indian goods. He organized the Salt Marches in 1930, and finally in 1942 he called for Indians to stop cooperating with the British government to pressure them for independence. So as you can see, all the different things that Gandhi was asking his supporters to do were non-violent, and basically just ways to disobey the government without truly, hurting anybody, just kind of hurting the government that was colonializing them. The results of all this did end up with a united India, an independent India. He, however, wanted a united independent India. So all of British India together as one independent India. However, India was freed by Britain, but was divided into a Hindu section and two Muslim sections. The Hindu section became India, while the two Muslim sections became Pakistan and Bangladesh. So basically, Gandhi really wanted India to be what's called a pluralistic nation, meaning it had multiple ethnic groups and religious groups inside of it, and it would all be one country. However, the Muslims in India and the areas around India did not want that. They wanted their own independence. They wanted their own self-determination. And so they lobbied to have their own parts of India. So it ended up being partitioned into 3 sections. In 1948, Gandhi was shot by a Hindu nationalist while he was traveling to a prayer meeting. So remember, Gandhi is an Indian nationalist. This man who shot him was a Hindu nationalist. So someone who didn't believe that Muslims should be a part of India, whereas Gandhi thought everybody should be, and they shot him. The man who shot him said he did it because Gandhi was willing to work with Muslims, and he showed no remorse for what he had done. His funeral was attended by millions of people as they marched his body 5 miles to his eventual resting place. Gandhi's death was used to silence Hindu nationalism in favor of a more generalized Indian nationalism. So basically, India became more India-centric instead of Hindu-centric because of Gandhi's death. Gandhi and his methods have been inspirational the world over and has inspired multiple nonviolent resistance movements, most notably in the United States and South Africa. He's a well-known figure around the world. He's depicted in film and TV and books. And Gandhi's ideals have been adopted by all sorts of different people. Important leaders like Dr. Martin Luther King, Nelson Mandela, the Dalai Lama, Lech Walesa of Poland, and Desmond Tutu, also of South Africa, have all used Gandhi's teachings and Gandhi's methods to gain freedom from oppressors. Thank you guys so much for watching this short video on Mahatma Gandhi. I hope you enjoyed it and you learned something. Remember, if there's something that you want to learn about, you can always comment on the video, and we can make a video about what you want to know, what you want to learn about. And then, of course, thank you so much to SlidesGo, who presented all the backgrounds and all the work for all of this. We really appreciate it. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you again soon.